What is going on, freaks and geeks? Welcome to GammaCraft. That's right, GammaCraft. This is a server, my own private server for friends and family. Haven't decided. It depends on how things go. If we get good into this series and what happens with it, maybe we'll open it up. Who knows? Anyway, I figure I will bring you along and show you what's been done. To give you an idea, we have been on this server for almost 2 months now. A lot of work has been put in for my base. Some of it's been done on stream, a lot of it off camera. I've been having a lot of issues with my recording software. I haven't been able to record, or if I was recording, it wasn't recording the audio. It's like, what is up with that? So yeah, welcome. I'll give you a lay down of the area. This is just, well, we do a couple of chores around the base. For those of you that aren't aware, if you go over to Pego Studios, I actually have a tutorial on here from when we had the Pego Studio server. This is just a simple cow farm based on entity cramming. So the cows cram, the older ones die down, they come down through, let's grab this one. They come down through here, and so the steaks go through this filter system down into the smoker, get all smoked up and cooked, and then the leather moves over because it's not part of this filter system and goes down through. And then on top of that, we also have a chicken cooker over here. This is an Avomance design. I can't take credit for this at all. I just kind of spiced it up personally. But the chickens kind of poop out their eggs over here. They go over there. As the egg goes through this hopper, there's a comparator, goes through to an observer, sends a signal to the dispenser, shoots out, and basically it's like an opening if this was open here, and then a half slab right there. So then the baby chicken can survive in there, and then as it gets bigger, it then suffocates and dies. So we have to, well, we should kind of change this up slightly just because it's not filtering down through like it should be, but that's okay. And then this here is just daylight sensor going to lights just to kind of spice up the outside. And then this sends coal to the smoker. Here's where the feathers go. And then just for symmetry purposes, we added this here. And that's just to cook our potatoes if we want to. But we also have this stuff over here that we don't necessarily need to use, but we still have anyway. And we'll just take all this stuff and get it all eaten up. And this is just our makeshift storage area. Over here, easy enough. That's our beginner home. We're going to be tearing that down. But, my youngest son, Gamma Spec, who's playing on here, he's been kind of crashing over there. Doesn't have a base for himself. This area here is our creeper farm. I'll show it all to you here in a map, just to make life a little bit easier. But this design is from Logical Geek Boy. And don't tell me that they're not firing again. Anyways, I got to make a bunch more of these pods. But basically, there's a cat in the middle, chases the creeper, scares the creeper falls down, goes boom, or dies on the magma. And then we have a collection system that we kind of used a tutorial from Il Mango to make. Just down through here. This is our branch mine. This goes to there, over to there, over to there. This whole chunk here is actually a slime chunk. Guess what that means? Yeah, that's right. We're probably going to have a slime farm down here. Now, one of the things I'm having an issue with is I need to figure out, but this keeps happening. We'll just wait here. See? There. Yeah, I hear him. Ooh. Ooh. Damn it. Pardon the language there. Oh. Crud. Where is it so dark that these guys are spawning? Oh. What is this? Alright, so we need to get some torches down here and just spam the heck out of them. Or block that off completely. Probably need to just block it off. Of course, a big no more torches, huh? No. Alright. I can go there. I can go there. And that's gone. Where are my water buckets? Well, I'll show you what we need to look for here in a few minutes. You will fully understand. But we need to get this repaired because, man, I only have 2. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there was a powered rail. Okay, let's head back. We'll go back up and we'll grab what we need and come back down and repair that, just because it's simple enough to fix. I also need to figure out a better way up and down because this is just a little too far to travel. Oh, and as you can see, we have some friends. Hi, friend. Thanks for coming in. Saying hi. Keep dealing with all your new cousins down in the nether. These rates are actually really good too. I've been finding, like, for just getting slime balls. I haven't created a slime farm yet, obviously, that you can see from there. And it's, yeah, pretty decent rates. Actually, you know what? I'll fix that thing off camera. What did I throw in there? Oh, stone. Or cobblestone. Keep that and that. You can go there. Alright, so this is our mansion. It's a Victorian style mansion. Axiom Nerve, link in the description. You can take a look. I added my own little flair to a few things. He uses a texture pack, and instead of I actually use smooth quartz instead of just regular quartz, so it just kind of leaves no lines when it comes to stuff like this. Another thing I did was the clock tower. I found the design that used this idea, and I like that a little bit better. Another quick little change is under each peak has an upside down stair instead of just a solid block. And then lastly, when he first created this, we didn't have campfires in the game. So, yeah, I put the campfires in so we actually have smoke. It'd be nice if we had wind, though. That'd be kind of cool. Another one of his build ideas I'm taking to the server and adding it, and it's a fantastic, beautiful build as well. And that is the town hall, and that's going to be a villager trading hall. And as you can see, we need to add a floor in there. This, I'm reshaping this cove. Originally, the cove was going to come around here like that, and I was just going to kind of have like a little canoes or something in there. But I'm going to reshape it, probably get rid of that bridge. The villager breeder is going to go in the basement here, and then we'll go from there. And then this will make a nice little walkway around and whatnot. The Netherwort Farm's going to change. I kind of played around with an idea that was based off of Cub Fan's design from GammaCraft Season 6. And it kind of worked for me, and I really enjoyed it. And it was also based off of a farm design I have in here as well. I just scaled it to work for Netherwort. Now, to show you the map, so here is my area. And when I was checking out seeds for the server, I thought it would be kind of cool for something like with an island or whatnot. And what I found was this one here. It was this main island. There was a small island here, small island here, small island here. This was a small island. You could see this just underwater. That island wasn't there. A small island there, and a small island here. And I was like, oh, that'd be kind of cool. It's a jungle biome surrounded by frozen ocean. We get jungle biome here, and then spawn would be, if I had the map big enough, down here. This is going to be a iron farm and crop farm based off of another Avomance design, and I thought it was pretty cool. Like I said, this is going to be our villager trading hall. We have a makeshift one for now that's kind of missed, and that hurt way too much. We have a little bit of a makeshift villager trading halls that we'll consolidate into one, and we'll make it into, like I said, it'll just be one larger one. One section will have masons, one section will have farmers, one section will have I don't know, depends on what we're going to need. For the most part, I seem to need only masons and I missed them. We'll just go down. Masons and what are they called? Librarians. So you'd walk in here, this would be the main entrance, and then you'd go this way here, be masons, this way here might be farmers, and then librarians all across the top. I don't know yet. This here is just a skeleton spawner that we found. Water shoots up, sends them over, drops them down. To access it, you can see that pillar right there, and you basically access it from that tower. What else is there? Oh, our villager breeder, which is at a commission right now because our 2 villagers that were in are gone. They decided to peace out or go for vacation, or I'm guessing something spawned on top of this and ran up in and killed them. There's just a couple villagers. I was playing around with that and couple villagers and a zombie conversion thing underneath there. Not much to look at. This is one of the trading halls that we have set up right now. I came in here the other night and these 2 here were both converted, so I'm like, perfect, I'm going to convert them back. And then these guys here were both already, they showed up. I want to say they were down when I was cleaning out and fixing up the creeper farm. They kind of spawned in the bowels of the islands over there, and I just kind of took them and converted them back. And I need that and that. I think we should be good. Let's grab this too, just so we can fix it. We'll go down and fix it. The other thing I want to do is eventually make a nice super smelter. One of the things I'm kind of toying around with is in here maybe, but I'm also toying around with the idea. So right here we've got our bee breeder, which is based off of Zuma's design. Basically go in, breed the bees, then they will the babies will go over here, try to pollinate and go in there, right? But I need more flowers. And then I had a setup in here, but it wasn't working properly, so I just decided to start tearing it down, and I'm going to break it apart. another, and then kind of play around with some more designs and see what we can come up with that'll work for us. This here is the farm idea that I was telling you about. So basically there's a button on the other side of this, and for those of you that don't know, when I do my redstone, this is about the only time I use polished diorite, and the only time I use diorite, period. So I use it to mark off where my redstone goes, and then that way there, it just makes it a lot easier. So what happens is you press the button, sends the signal goes here, it splits and goes there, but it also goes off this way. When it goes off this way here, it triggers all the dispensers to flood the farm, and then this signal here goes off, and it's timed perfectly to get everything. And I'll just do the demonstration for you right now. So we'll press this, and we're going to end up with the beetroot and the potatoes. Right. Just throw the excess down there, and we'll pick up the rest later. I'm going to actually probably fix up this design. So the issue that I'm running into, well, one, we got that. We get a little bit of wastage that we're running into, but that's not a big deal. But this right along here, because of the hitbox of a fence, it doesn't really quite work how we want. Throw them down, they're going to go through, and pick up the rest of the carrots. Do the same here. No, I'm not worried about it. I'll let it despawn. But you can see, like I said, so the signal goes bloop, and there, triggered every single one of the dispensers, and then this is delayed perfectly so that it flushes and sends everything down to the collection. Right? And then it sends everything over this way, down into here, right? So we're pretty full. Lots of potatoes. And probably see that things are backed up here. We can get rid of that. Let's take that out. So that'll start filling up these spots here, right? Play around with it. What I'd eventually like to do is have a filtration system and all that fun stuff, but for now we'll just take this little bit of excess stuff. And as you can see, I'm starting to slowly work away at the landscaping and terraforming that needs to be done. A lot of it's going to happen over here. This build here is going to be another design by Axionerve, and it's going to be my storage facility. It's going to be a large-scale storage facility. One quadrant will have like storage silos. Another one will have like a large filtration system. One where I, combine different things like all oak wood products. Another one will be all stone products type thing. And then I'll have stuff broken down into smaller sizes. Like I said, over here we'll have the iron farm / crop farm. And the reason it is looking like this right now is because I'm slowly growing the crimson fungus to get shroom lights, and I'm taking the nether wart and making it into bricks and taking it over there, and this will be filled up. And the design of the farm is you have to have 6 blocks below solid so nothing can spawn underneath it. And that's the intention with this, is we'll have this filled up and break it down that way. And that kind of shows where we're going with things. Like I said, we've got a little bit of work to do to fix up a few things, get a few things going, and we'll see. And let's see. like I said, there's going to be links in the descriptions for all the creators that have come up with different things that I've kind of borrowed or used, because that's one of the great things about this community, and that the community I mean is the Minecraft community, is that everybody contributes and adds something and leave it open for everyone else to use and build upon. And you know, my stuff might not be the most efficient, but it works for me, right? I'm not looking for the, you know, thousands and thousands and thousands of item drops that I can use to sell in a shopping district, but you know, maybe if we grow a gaming community that plays on the server, we look at doing something like that. I don't know. But for now, let's get this fixed, which is just going to be a very, very simple fix. Throw you there, you there. No. Of course you would. All right, let's grab you, and bloop. Did it blow up this one? It did too. And bloop. And that should work. Give you a little push. You're good to go. Give you a little push. So then this just filters into here, into this dropper. The dropper goes into an item elevator, bubble column, shoots up and goes through to the collection system up above. And the collection system up above is quite simple. It's literally one item filter for the gunpowder, and then I've got another chest just because there could be other stuff that spawns in, right? So if something else spawns in that area, like especially that top layer when I flew down in there to show you, it's just polished andesite, so we end up with all the other goodies, right? And as you can see, we've already added 5 to that. And this is going to be a large-scale clock tower, is what the design of this is going to be. And then I'll have, like, probably in the very top an AFK spot if I decide to basically sit in the top, and it'll be the top of the bell tower. And the bell tower design is going to be based off of a design that would be similar to Big Ben. Because we're going with an industrial style build, or an industrial or Victorian style. So I'm thinking like, oh yes, I forgot I took that bed out. We're going over here. So we're going with like Industrial Revolution stage type palette build with from London, right? So we have this as our main palace, or our mansion, and we've got our, rocket factory over here. So what it is we've got this coming over. We're going to eventually put the reeds into a different spot, and then we can then just make everything. I may even have a spot for sand to be stored, and we can make TNT in here as well. But this is going to be based off of a design similar to Big Ben. And then back here is going to be a similar style to Westminster Palace, which is the British Parliament. And I mean, it's just going to be my take on it with a couple of spins of a few things. The whole reason we have this little walkway, not walkway yet, but more retaining wall than anything, is we're going to go with almost like a River Thames in Paris design. So we're going to have our main walkway along here, going around. We're going to eventually move the nether portal into a tower over here. But then we're going to have a little walkway down along the water's edge. And it'd be, like I said, just like going to Paris, and you can walk along the Thames there. Yeah. and that'll come around. But then this side here is going to be a little bit lower, right? This bridge, like I said, will go. We had a little incident that I came onto the server the other night, and this section was gone. It thought I heard a trident. That's so that section was gone when a creeper decided that it wasn't worth to keep. Which, not a big deal. I mean, creepers blow up. It's part of the game, right? So, what do? You just shrug it off and move on. So, that's what I'm saying. Like, we'll fill in this. We'll make a nice walkway. We'll add to the tree count. We're going to probably bring this section over and encompass this. Probably going to put that into the basement of here along with the villager breeder when we get to that point. But, you know, it's going to be a little work in progress, and I'd like to kind of bring you guys along for the work and show how we are progressing. Like I said, if it wasn't for the issues that I've been having with the my capture program, I probably would have had this video released a long time ago. But unfortunately, it is what it is, and that's where we're at. So instead, we're just going to slowly work away at this together. And now that we have everything working and fine. I hear the drone. Ah, there he is. Also, so a few things on the server to note. If you did notice here, GammaDose went to bed, sweet dreams. That is the Vanilla Tweaks, the multiplayer sleep. Great. It works out really well on the server. It's been helping us out quite a bit. What else? We have the mob heads and player head drops. We have the dragon drops elytra and the dragon drops elytra. What was the other thing? Oh, double shulker shells. The universal dyeing wasn't working when I tried to download it. It wasn't up to date. I just recently updated the heads because that was showing up. It's weird. Like, let me show you something. So, oh no, it didn't drop. Okay, I thought I had Here we go. Yeah. Right, mob heads, player heads, right? So, this is a drowned head. Looks like a player skin to me, right? Wandering trader head. Oh, hi, Steve. So, and you can see it pops back off. So when I put that drowned head down, hoping to consolidate it, it stayed like that. I'm like, oh, you know what? That kind of works. I wish I had more like that. Because we also have the... Oh, yes. Someone took them all from me. It's the... Here it is. Statues, right? So we have the posable statues or the armor stands. And that's kind of what I'm kind of leaning... Boy, come on, Gamma. Wake up here. That's what I'm working towards in the building up here. Right? So in here, we're going to have kind of a war room type idea. So, you know, we can look at the map and discuss, and then we'll have suits of armor around with different poses, with maybe different heads of heroes and whatnot. Then you're going to walk up here to the next level. So there'll be a level up here. Kind of like a balcony overlooking the war room. Then you walk back around to this section, which would tie into this section. I may have even a bubble column going from the balcony area above the war room into that pillar, which would allow us to walk in and around. Haven't decided yet on how we're going to make that work. We're going to have our library over here, and this is where we're going to store our all of our enchanted books and records and stuff in here. We've got our enchanting over here in the bell tower. And then this is just set up, and I may go and change this around and have the button at a different spot, like say over here, where I press the button and it would automatically dispense how many I need. But right now it's just simple, just hit the button and it'll give you one lapis. Oh, the other thing is we want to have a bubble column going all the way up into this tower up here, and then that way there, I'll just show it to you from outside here. We can go all the way up here, and we'll pop out, and we can pick whatever direction we want to go, and just hop out and fly. Right? And that's kind of the play on it. So I followed Axiom Nerf's tutorial design for for just about everything with this. Some of the areas, like here, this is black stained glass as opposed to black wool like he put. And down here, I'm thinking maybe this is where we'll move our smelters and stuff and keep it kind of like a crafting area and whatnot. And then maybe another makeshift storage area that we can send stuff to the bulk storage and get stuff from the bulk storage. So we could kind of play around with having a control panel here of redstone to say, hey, you know what, I need iron, so let's boop, boop, hit the iron, we're good to go, and then all of a sudden it comes over to us. Right, and while I was building this is where my enchanting area was. And you can see we kind of have a few things. We do a little bit of embusting. Just a little. So, I think that's pretty much it. Like, we get a lot covered. I've shown you a lot of the main base area. Now we have a few other bases throughout the server. Mainly, like I had mentioned earlier, this is for friends and family. And so my 3 sons are on it. Friends of mine that have been playing Minecraft now for a year or 2 already with, and then that's about it. And we're just kind of playing around and having fun. But I think that will do for today, so thank you very much for joining. Again, this is GammaDose on GammaDose Gaming, and this is GammaCraft. Thanks for coming. Please stay tuned. Bye now.